Hey, what is up, Wolfpack? It's me, Cal here, and despite what the title may say, this is more of my final review of Cold War Zombies. I will be explaining everything that Cold War Zombies did wrong for the zombies side, but also what they did right, to hopefully provide insight into what I'd like to see in future iterations of the game mode. Starting off with the good things, I think the perk system is great. It works well, especially when there are many perks in the game, and going from new player to veteran really feels rewarding because you are actually becoming more powerful with those crystal upgrades for the perks. Next up is the movement system. I think it's great as well. Very smooth, classic, and mantling is a nice feature that's added to zombies as well. Done very well and very helpful actually. Though, I will say I do miss the jump sliding ability from Black Ops 3 zombies, which was very nice and fast to get around maps. Another good thing, I think, is the maps and the wonder weapons on the maps. Each of the maps had a brand new wonder weapon which was unique, powerful, and a lot of fun to use, especially the Cerberus and especially the Crystal Axe in my opinion. The Ray K and the Shockwave are so-so, but they're not bad also, and they're pretty unique. As for the maps they're on, I think Die Maschine, a lot of people praise it as an amazing starting map on disc basically, but I have to disagree. I think Die Maschine is just a mediocre meh map. The layout's not as classic as Kino. It's not an amazing starting map, kind of like Shadows of Evil or even Blood of the Dead in that regard. In fact, I'd probably rather play 9 than Die Maschine, to be fair. As for the other maps though, Firebase, Z, Mauer der Toten, and Forsaken, I think Forsaken is the best map in Cold War Zombies, and I think it actually goes backwards. I think Forsaken's the best, and then Mauer, and then Firebase, and then Die Maschine. I think they improved on each iteration. However, none of the maps really reached the kind of top-tier quality that was found in many of the old-school DLC maps, such as Mob of the Dead, Buried, Origins, Gerard Krovi, Der Eisendrache, even Revelation. I think these maps don't really meet those in terms of quality, but they are very well done nonetheless, so I have to include them here in the good. Lastly, for the good is having zombie-specific camos and challenges to go for, which is always a nice thing to have. Those are kind of just the highlights of the good. Of course, there's a lot of good things done in this game. I think the streaks and the equipment you can purchase and stuff like that is done well. I think they kind of did this wrong with the monkey bombs, at least for that sort of equipment. I feel like those should still be in the box. Should be able to get monkey bombs and hold 3 of them, but that's just me. So, now we're going to get into what I really don't like about Cold War Zombies and what could be changed and fixed. So the very first thing I want to mention for the bad things is the points. No more do you earn points from shooting or damaging zombies, but only from kills alone. This is pretty harmful for players, especially on later rounds, when they might buy ammo or upgrade their weapon, but they can't because they can't kill any zombies with their gun. A return to classic point earning would be the best, as it rewards players who know how to maximize points early on in the game, such as in Black Ops 3. Next up, I'd like to mention the operator system. No more do we have our characters with true personality interacting with the environment, actions, or even each other, as how previous crews of characters would always have comedic or unique conversations that would even be related to the story of the map they were on or the situations that they were in. Now we get bland character quotes like target neutralized, tango down. It's very NPC and lacks any depth or personality for the vast majority of all characters. This ruins the fun or comedy that is usually offered through characters in Treyarch Zombies previously. We're basically silent protagonists, especially in the cutscenes, which is a detriment to the story. It really ruins any immersion in the moment because we don't talk at all. It's also they can earn more money from cosmetics as well, and it doesn't really benefit us zombie players, but only the casuals who like to use their purchased Warzone skin in all game modes. The next thing I want to bring up is the new salvage system. Now don't get me wrong, it is a reason to grind and upgrade your weapons and armor as you progress through your match. However, I can't tell you how many times I've actually played in a public match where people just don't know or understand that they need to upgrade the rarity of their weapon at the armor station and do very poorly in the game because they only pack a punch and wonder why their weapons still suck against the zombies. The weapon rarity upgrade is kind of hidden for noob players. Also, I feel if you want to stick with a gun and upgrade it fully, you would have to sacrifice all your salvage to do that first, before ever worrying about armor or even getting the opportunity to buy streaks, which takes away from those. One of the last things I want to mention is that Cold War Zombies maps lack casual capability. I thoroughly enjoy booting up Black Ops 1 and playing Kino, where it's a very simple survival map basically, which is to say about most Black Ops 1 maps, or even Town, Farm, Bus Depot, and more from Black Ops 2, and even like The Giant from Black Ops 3, where I can play casually with randoms or friends without worry of mini-bosses on every corner or players being too terrible because of how simple and straightforward the map is. It was just about survival. Cold War is sticking so far to the same rigid formula of map with side Easter eggs, main quest, mini-bosses, and annoying dog variants. It's something new each time, and this is good, but this is what we want from a main Zombies map release. However, we also need a casual survival map sprinkled in every once in a while for those that don't want to play and focus non-stop, or just feel obligated to do quests or Easter eggs. Much like how multiplayer needs a balance of large and small maps, Zombies needs a balance of casual maps and big, ambitious Easter egg maps. This is only my opinion though, but I hope you can agree. I don't think I have to mention the sincere lack of content overall for Zombies, from actual game modes we like to maps in general. We all begged for Grief to come back all year to no avail. Same goes for having a small Nocturne Totem map ripped from Die Maschine as a casual map. Outbreak is a cool mode, but it should not take away content from round-based maps and only be an extra thing. If Outbreak has to take away time from round-based map development, then I think Outbreak should be scrapped altogether because it's just not worth it compared to round-based. For the Onslaught game mode, it is nice to have this kind of alternative bonus mode, but really I think the Outbreak Hallows' Eve mode is by far the best arcade-type play in the entire game. What Onslaught should be, however, to make the mode better and also provide more casual content, is be like normal survival maps but on the multiplayer maps. Add perk machines, the box, pack a bunch of power switch, some doors and barriers, and there you go. Slam that in every multiplayer map, and it's the Zombies experience on many maps, and it's basically what many custom maps are in Custom Zombies as well, and those are all loved. This would also fill in the lack of content and the lack of casual survival map content. A win-win. The last thing I have to say is how I don't like the weapon rarity system, specifically because how I no longer feel obligated to hit the box. The actual only reason I'd spin the mystery box now is to try and get a wonder weapon. Before, it was just about necessary to spin the box in previous games, but now you're almost better off if you just keep the gun you spawn in with and use your points in salvage to upgrade it. We lose that survival element where we actually felt like we were moving up, starting with the 1911, buying a wall weapon, and eventually getting to the box, where we'd probably end up spending it for the rest of the game to get all sorts of different weapons. More so in Cold War, players who just spawned in, respawned, or just joined mid-game late have no salvage, and this is not good game design. If you join late or respawn later in the match and spawn in with a decent amount of points, the salvage system should work around that too, as players are left severely underpowered later on due to this. I think the only good thing about spawning with a weapon of your choice does is help you complete camo challenges fast and easy. But yet, in Black Ops 4, they had similar camo challenges, but you had to get the weapons from the box or the wall buys, and I think this is the correct way that it should be done. Keep the classic starting pistol, that's kind of a must. Overall, Cold War Zombies was done well, but had some unique and nice features added. With more content and different approaches to modes and systems, this could have been the best iteration of Zombies yet, but instead it falls a bit flat, however still making it one of the better iterations of Zombies Treyarch has created. If you like Cold War Zombies, look next to Vanguard Zombies, which appears to be exactly the same as Cold War with little to no change at all. I do hope changes are made for the future games, however, and we could see kind of a return to some of that classic gameplay, more fun and more survival factor added in to their game. Anyways guys, let me know what you guys think of Cold War Zombies overall now that all the content for the game has been released, and let me know what you'd like to see changed and what you like and dislike about the game. But thank you all for tuning in, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.